what you want, what you want, what you gonna do when Chevy just don't come for you? Tell me what you wanna do, what you gonna do. Yeah.
Andre, what does justice mean to you?
Well, what the hell is justice? Well, justice is when everyone in society is met by equality. When everyone has his or her own rights respected. That is equality. That is justice.
Does the justice system in America help shape who we are today?
I think it can be a very positive thing for people when they consider justice has been done. Sometimes, though, I think, especially in the American justice system, that it is often seen that those with the most money can literally get away with murder, as we saw with the O.J. Simpson trial. So sometimes I think the justice system can anger people. The system, just how just is the American justice system. It's also the same in Britain. I think we have had trials in the past, especially with suspected terrorists, where the feeling in the public has overridden the actual and sort of influenced the decision of the trial judges. So it's sort of like the weighing scales, as in the justice. It can be both negative and positive. When justice looks as though it has prevailed, yeah, it's fine, it's great, it's positive, but often that isn't the case.
In A Lesson Before Dying by Ernest Gaines, the main character has trouble separating how he views himself from how society views him. How is it possible to perceive yourself separately from how society views you?
Well, that's an interesting question. I think as far as perception goes, everyone perceives everybody else differently, right? You perceive yourself differently from how your mom perceives you, your brothers or your sisters perceive you, and your friends perceive you. Right? Everybody has a different view of you because you act differently depending on who you're with. And so if you have a good view of yourself, right, if you get to know yourself and understand your likes and dislikes, the things that are important to you and the things that are not important to you, then, well, society may perceive you differently from how you perceive yourself. That's okay. It's a matter of knowing yourself and being comfortable in your own skin.
Do you believe that you are responsible for other people's justice?
Yes, I do. Because justice cannot be served by one person. It has to be a unified movement throughout a whole nation. For example, was the women's right just made by one person? I think not. And what about the construction of America? Our founding fathers had to work together to create a unified nation. That's why I believe.
In the film Mockingbird by Harper Lee, the justice system gave people ways on how to behave, or people gave the justice system laws. How do you think the justice system helps shape who we are today?
I think that the justice system is a big part of our lives. It's a big part of American society. Just because anything we do, we are subject to the justice system. So since it is such a big part of our lives, it tells us what's right, what's wrong, who should be punished, and how much. So I think in a lot of ways, although we might not always feel that the justice system affects us on a personal level, it does play a major role in our lives just by creating laws that we have to live by.
And what influences who a person is, who they would like to be?
I think what influences who a person is the role models in life, parents, teachers, coaches. From the youngest age, human beings copy and imitate. So I think that's what influences who we are, who we want to be, I think it's the same thing. You look for people that you want to be like. We do. We're an animal. We're a beast that imitate, that copy others.
It was a creed written into the founding documents that declared the destiny of a nation.
Yes, we can!
It was whispered by slaves and abolitionists as they blazed a trail toward freedom.
Yes, we can!
It was the call of workers who organized, women who reached up for ballots, a president who chose the moon as our new frontier.
Yes, we can!
We know the battle ahead will be long, but always remember that no matter what obstacles stand in our way, nothing can stand in the way of the power of millions of voices calling for change. We've been warned against offering the people of this nation false hope, but in the unlikely story that is America, there has never been anything false about hope.